start with the G chord. My box theory, you got 1, 4, 5. So when you're playing, there's two ways to get your off note. This is one of them. You've heard them talk about the bass just doing a 1-5. Well, right there it is. I call it the oompa, oompa, oompa. So there's 1-5. Then you go to the 4, and then you can back right off to the string right above it for its off note. Go to the 5 chord, that's the bottom of the box. Back to the 1, to the 4, 1, 5, 1. Now if you're doing another pattern where you're not on the top strings, let's say you're on the bottom strings, and you're starting here, don't matter where you're at.
Okay, whenever you're ready, man.
Okay, we'll start B flat. Now there's a string above it, so you can get, there's two ways to get your off note. You can do it this way, or you can do it this way. And that works wherever you're at, any note you're playing. Okay, I usually try to do this off note. And the reason I do that is because my next chord's right there. I'm on the string I need to be on, so I just back up to the second position in my box. Okay, let's see, what's the other pattern? There's one more. That's just a 1-4-5. 1-4-5. Oh, I was going to show you the 6 chord and the 2 chord. So you heard the, we'll just do it in B flat. Now let's do it in G. Foggy Mountain Breakdown, E minor. So you know, see where your G note is? Well, the E minor is right here. That's your 6 chord. Now remember that pattern, okay? Two ways to do that. You know that 5th chord of a G pattern is a D, right? So you can hit the open D string. So you can since it's an open string, a string right above it, still it's off note, so that'd be the A note. That's a 6 chord. Two chord, which is an A note when you're in G, but if this is your 1, then the next position, you know how you do your off note? That same position on the same string is your 2 chord. So you can you'll hear people do that. Let's see what's a good song that does that. It's not coming to me. Those are chords you're probably going to play a lot. The 6 and the 2. When I play Foggy Mountain Breakdown with it open, right there. But to get the box pattern, so let's play out of A. So play out of A, here's G. So you get your starting note on the top strings so you can keep your box in your mind. Well, you know the sixth chord is 2 strings down and half a step back. See that spacing? I call that 1 step. When I say the sixth chord is a half a step back, it's about half that distance. So go back 2 strings and about half that distance, that's your sixth chord. Does that make sense? I don't even care what the chords are. That's how I remember the patterns. Now if you're playing out of C, so you're on different strings, but the pattern's still the same. It's a C note. Messed up. There's a 2 chord. And you'll hear that when somebody says a 2, that sound of a 2 chord in a progression, you'll remember what that sounds like. You won't even think of it as a 2 chord. You'll just know when you hear that where to go. It's the next step up. So get a G chord, half a step back, 2 strings down, 1, 2, half step. That's the 6 minor or the E minor chord. Now let's say you're in A instead of playing it down here, which is hard to get a hold of. You're going to play the open string A, which you probably will. You still got to know where the 6th chord is, but so there it is. There's a 1, and I've just learned from practice on open string, if I hit a D chord, there's 2 ways to get your off note for an open string. You know, when we're talking about the G note, when we're noting it we're noting it. The other way to get it's this way, or you could get the next string above it, which there is none for a G, so you're going to have to do it this way. But when you're playing an open string, there's 2 ways also to get the off note, especially if it's a G, D, A, or E. If you're playing in D or an A, it's that I got dots on my bass. So here's an F position to be that 2nd position. Same thing for D. That's the off note. Or you can get the one above it, or the one below it, but you got to note that one. So there's a couple things to work on.
So I need to, instead of playing by ear,